Penny Dreadful. A Gothic horror drama dark fantasy series with 3 seasons and 27 episodes, directed and written by John Logan. This series started at 2014 and ends in 2016, and it's not created for under 18s because of violence, some frightening scenes, sex and nudity, drug and alcohol use. First of all, I have to say I damn love this series, and I'm really trying hard to have an impartial view when I'm talking about this series to you guys. If you are a fan of literature and Gothic dramas, you're definitely going to love this series. Characters are inspired by some other characters in different stories. For example, Frankenstein from Mary Shelley's novel, or Dorian Gray of Oscar Wilde's novel, or Sir Malcolm Murray, a well-known explorer during the colonial era, and also the Larry Talbot the Wolfman. This series gathers all these characters together and create new stories. You will love these characters, which you may hate them before. Oh my god, I watched this series about 4 years ago and I really miss watching it again while I'm talking about it. Let's dive into the story. Vanessa Ives, which is not inspired by any other character in any other stories, is the main character. Lucifer fell in love with her and he's trying to get her. Now Vanessa and those characters I told you about them are trying to stand in his way. They face different problems and they must fight with various demons. You know what? I cannot explain this masterpiece in multiple sentences. I will ruin it. You have to watch this series. Why Penny Dreadful? First time I saw the name, I had no idea what it means. But when I searched about that, I found out there were some dreadful stories in pulp fiction newspapers long time ago, which they cost just 1 penny. That's where the Penny Dreadful came from. This series didn't get its rights just because of simultaneously with Game of Thrones broadcasts, which I think is really better than Game of Thrones. By respects to all God's fans, I'm just saying my idea, I don't mean anything. Eva Green, which plays the role of Vanessa Ives in this series, became my first female crush. Her performance is fabulous in a way that in some scenes her acts gives me goosebumps. The IMDb rate for this movie is 8.2, Rotten Tomato is 91, and Metacritic is 74. Actually, don't pay attention to these rates. I give 10 out of 10 to this series. I'm really jealous of those who haven't seen it yet and they are going to watch this series. Go for this series and enjoy it. Number 1. American Horror Stories. This series features the different horror stories in each episode. Number 2. Lovecraft Country. This series is about a guy joins his friend and his uncle to embark a road trip in order to find his missing father. Number 3. Evil. This series is about a psychologist named Kristen who works together with a priest in training to investigate and find a logic explanation for supernatural happening within the church. Number 4. Carnival. This series is about a guy named Ben with healing power joins traveling carnival, while Justin, a priest who devotes himself to religious duties. Circumstances bring them together to fight a battle between good and bad. Number 5. Castle Rock. It's an American psychological horror series featuring and inspired by characters in stories in a fictional town named Castle Rock. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please tap the subscribe button, then send it to your friends. If there is any mistakes or any questions, please let me know. Love you all. See you soon.